Just start again. Okay. Good morning to all. Today we will start second chapter of grammar, that is subject and predicate. So now when we want to learn about subject and predicate, first we should know that what is a sentence. As already we have learned in the first class, but still we revise it. So now again you can see two sentences are there on your screen. The first one is playing is Ram with ball a. Second is Ram is playing with the ball. So in the brackets I have written make no sense, and for the second sentence I have written they make sense. So what is the difference between the two? You can see in the first sentence the words are same as in second sentence, but the meaning is not uh, full. Okay, it's not giving a proper meaning to us. While when we have jumbled the words and we have made it in a proper order, the meaning is coming clearly. Ram is playing with the ball. So now we can define a sentence very simply that a group of words that make complete sense is called a sentence. Or we can say that a group of words that give complete meaning is called a sentence. And when we talk about sentence, a sentence should have a subject and a verb. Then only it is complete, right? Now, what are the rules of making a sentence? It makes complete sense. It begins with a capital letter and it ends with a full stop. So now you can see on the in the second sentence that it is starting with capital letter, ending with full stop. And this is your subject. And subject is what? Either it is noun or pronoun. Now, when we talk about sentence, each sentence has two parts. This also we studied. So what are these two parts? The first part is subject and the second part is predicate. What is subject now? When we talk about subject, the person or thing we speak about is called the subject. Whatever we are speaking in the sentence about the person or the thing, that is called the subject. And subject, I told you, it is either noun or pronoun. And what is the second part? The second part is predicate. What is said about the subject is called the predicate. Now here you can see one example is given. A man helped the blind man. So we are talking about a man. Okay. This man we are talking about. So this is your subject. Now what we are talking about this man? We are talking that this man helped the blind man. So help the blind man is your predicate here. So a man is a noun and helped is what? Verb here. And you can see the blind man, that is your predicate. So just after subject, verb and rest of the words in the sentence comes in predicate. Now, when we talk about subject and predicate, it is not compulsory that they should be of single word. So, the subject and the predicate may each consist of a single word or a number of words. It can be a single word also and it can be a number of words also. Now comes a new thing for you, that is objects. What are objects? Words that are added to the verb to complete their meaning are called objects. Now here you can see in the sentence, helped is verb. Okay, if I say a man helped, so my sentence is not completing. But when I have added the words, the blind man, the sentence is giving me complete sense or complete meaning. So here the words which are added after verb, they to complete the meaning, they are called objects. Again, let us study about the sentence structure. The subject is usually at the beginning of a sentence. Whenever you are writing about subject, the subject is the starter of the sentence. After the subject comes the verb and objects are placed after the verbs. So three things are there in the sentence structure: subject, then verb, then object. Now here again you can see with the help of the example, The sheep are grazing in the field. Now the beginning of the sentence is the sheep. We are talking about the sheep. So the sheep is your subject. Just after sheep, helping verb and action word is giving, that is are grazing. So are grazing is are verbs. In the field is your object. So this way we can just divide the sentence in three parts: subject, verb and object. Now, the thing to be noted is that subjects and objects are either nouns or pronouns. So you can see here the sheep. Sheep is naming word, name of an animal. Field, again place. So sheep and field, they both are what? Nouns, right? Now is your subject. What is subject? The subject is the naming part, whatever name is given, and it answers the question who or what. Okay, when you put a question who or what, you get the answer with subject. Next is predicate. What is predicate in the sentence? The predicate is the doing part. Whatever action is done, that is the doing part. That is your predicate, and it tells you what the subject did. It tells you that what your subject is doing. And what is an object? When you want to find the object, you can just put a question what after the predicate. Now, how will you understand? How will you understand it? I'll just explain you, okay, with an example. So here you can see the example on the screen. John kicked the ball. This is your sentence, right? Now, when we put a question, John kicked what? So we are getting the answer, John kicked the ball. So the ball is your object. So whenever we want to find object in the sentence, we will put a question, what? Now here you can see, we are talking about John. About whom we are talking? We are talking about John, and John is name of a boy. So naming words are what? Subject. Again after John, what is there? Kicked. So kicked is an action word, and after kicked we have put a question, what? John kicked what? So answer is John kicked the ball. So the ball is the object, right? Let's take one more example. Okay, it's Peggy won the prize. Now again, Peggy is what? Subject, because it is the naming word. Won, it's an action. Then Peggy won what? What has Peggy won? So answer is coming. Peggy won the prize. So the prize is the object here. Now see, again with the help of this table, we can again understand very easily three parts of the sentence: subject, predicate and object, right? Subject is who or what did. Who is doing the action here? Okay, so John and Peggy are the naming words and they are doing the action. Predicate is subject did what? What did John do? John kicked. What did Peggy do? Peggy won. Now what is object? Predicate plus what? So what did John win? Sorry, what did John kick? John kicked the ball. What did Peggy win? Peggy win the prize. So the ball, the prize is your objective. So this way we can just, with the help of this table, we can just divide the sentence in three parts, right? Now again, the subject is the naming part. Again, they ask the question who or what, we have already studied. Again, predicate is the doing part, tells us what the subject is doing. And when we want to find out the object, we simply ask the question what after the predicate. Again, one more example. You can see here, the train is, wait a minute. The train is making a noise. Okay, so you can see it is divided in three parts, and all the three parts are of different colors. Why we have made in three colors? To make it understand clearly. Now the yellow part, this yellow part is the train. So the subject is the naming part. So the train name, it's name of a thing, train. So when we are putting who, then the answer is coming. Who is making the noise? The train is making the noise. So the train is your subject. Now the predicate part, which is in blue color box, it is saying the predicate is the doing part. It is telling us what the subject is doing. So again, when we put a question, what the train is doing? The train is making a noise. So is making a noise is your predicate, right? Now when we want to find object, we simply say, what did the train do? The train makes a noise, or the train is making a noise. So a noise is here your object. So this is how we can just divide the sentence and find out the subject, the predicate, and the object. Another example, you can see here, again with the sentence you can see it is answering the question who. The predicate tells you what the subject is doing, and again the object what after the predicate. Okay, just wait a minute. So this way you can just answer. Again, one more example. uh, Again, this example, you can see three color boxes are there. So the yellow color box is the subject, the blue color box is your predicate, and the object is in green color. So this is what we can just understand by the help of examples and by the help of the question words, that what is subject in the sentence, what is object in the sentence, and what is predicate in the object. Is it clear to you? Now see, subject is what does, did is doing, what doing, will be doing. When we put all these questions, what answer comes? It comes the answer for subject. Now when we want to find predicate, the subject does, what does the subject do, did, or is doing, or was doing, will be doing, what. So when we put this, we get the answer for predicate, and object is what. Okay. So when we say did, what did she do, what is she doing, what was she doing, then what will be doing. So when we put all these questions, we get the answer for object. So this is what about your subject and your predicate and your